This is my eagle collection, our grouping in the upstairs hallway, and I thought it was appropriate to show you on Election Day. I think we can all agree that our national bird is quite the striking creature. And I've collected things over the years from stores and craft shows, and then some of these are stitched. I'll try to avoid the glare from the glass. This design, I think, was a free chart, and we decided to leave a lot of the fabric showing to represent the sky. This is a pencil drawing, and it is so cool because it depicts different historical events that happened in our country. And if you look closely, you can see the individual feathers are people's faces. I love it. So I bought the print and then I had Bonnie frame it. It's kind of a cool textured black matte. And then the one above it, I remember exactly which outdoor craft show we were at. I had never seen this done before, but the artist painted it on feathers. So when you see it in person, there's a lot of texture. And then you might remember me talking in a previous video about the Prairie Schooler patriotic book, and I couldn't remember if I had stitched the sampler. Of course I did. It's on my eagle wall. And I always like to include something that's not framed, something that has a different texture to it. And I just love this oversized, vintage looking cookie cutter. The bald eagle has been our national symbol since 1782. And it was chosen for its majestic beauty, great strength, long life, and because it's native to North America. I love this piece too, and we left the mats extra wide so that Bonnie could do that star cutout in the corner. Don't be afraid to ask for something special like that, because Bonnie's very creative. Hope you enjoyed. Two more automatics came in the mail. The first is from Heart and Hand Needle Art. She has 3 new offerings. This is Dazzling Deer. She's calling it a throwback because it originally came out in kit form back in 1998, and she said it sold out almost immediately, and it's been out of print ever since. So she updated the color palette and changed the embellishment, which comes with the chart. That's what the original looked like. Then the second one is so funny. Oh, by gosh, by golly. That about sums up 2020, doesn't it? So she thought everyone could relate to that. And then another one in the Pocket Round series is Holiday Home. And this fits the small gray bowl, which is about 2.5 inches at the top. This is part of her heartwear line. And so if you're interested, we do have those in stock. And then from Heartstrings Samplery, Ding Dong Merrily on High. And there is a tutorial available for the banner if you're interested. And then Joyful, Joyful. So you get the sampler and then the ornaments. And if you do these on the 40 count that she calls for, they fit in a 3-inch wood embroidery hoop. If you did it on 32 or 16 Aida, it would fit on the 4-inch. And I know you can't tell from looking at this, but I think this motif and at least that one are done in DMC Etoile. So that would have a really neat texture compared to the embroidery floss. I can't wait for someone to stitch it or me to stitch something so we can show what the Etoile looks like. I don't think we have a model right now that calls for it. All right, and then let our gladness biscornu. Raise your hand if you've never done a biscornu. No, it kind of scares me or confuses me or something, but one of these days I'm going to be brave and try it. Maybe try it with practice fabric instead of something stitched in case I screw it up. And then the last one, man, do we need this, Peace on Earth. So those are the autos for today. All right, see you tomorrow. These are some beautiful linens from Jude Design in Hungary that we got recently, and I thought I would show you a close-up look and laid a skein of DMC or Sullivan's equivalent on top so that you could better gauge the color in real life. This looks very gray in my screen. It's actually more of a, I guess, think of a creamy beige Fresh Farm egg. And 613 was what I matched the base to. This one is 32 count Frappuccino, and I chose 3860 and 3861 to represent the color. The lighter color is maybe a little bit more plum than it needs to be, but you get the idea. It's kind of halfway between those two shades. This is 36 count Little Bunny that matches 543. Again, a little gray in the picture, not quite the right shade. This is more like a creamy beige. This is 32 count Light Cocoa, and 451 and 452 are a good representative of the color. The next is 36 count Old Linen, and I have 645 and 646. That's really cool. There's a lot of neat variation in that one. This is Rustic Driftwood in 32, and I have it matched up to 840. This is Steel Shadows in 32, and 762 DMC is a good match for the base. The darker tones are closer to 168, but maybe a little bluer than that. It's really pretty in person. And then the last one is Spilled Coffee. This is so fun. This is also a 32 count. And although I didn't have anything in stock that matched it, according to my DMC color card, 07 is the best choice. So now I'm going to try to hold the iPad at a slightly different angle and go back and show them to you again from a little bit of a distance, and maybe the color will show up a little better. And some of you eagle eyes will notice that these weren't exactly in alphabetical order. Like, you know, I like to show things, but the colors looked better separated. And I think from the time I placed the order to the day that I received it was only like 2 weeks, and Jukas apologized that it was taking so long. That was just so much fun to receive this package, and wait till you see what else came. I know I won't be able to show you every single color on this rack, but I thought if I got fairly close, you could see some of the beautiful variation in these matte cotton embroidery floss colors from Jude Design. Oh good, my iPad is focusing pretty well on the writing. So I have 100 colors here. It's not her full line. I think she was out of maybe 10 or 12 colors when I ordered. But look at Bluebird's cage. and bright leaves. Oh, you know country blue is going to be my favorite color. But look at Flower Garden. She has a lot like that have multiple colors in them. Frosty aqua. And look at Mariska's red. I think that's my second favorite color. So this rack is just perfect. I had started to put them someplace else, and as I was twisting them, I realized they were turning out to be the exact size to fit this rack. And they are 6-ply, 8 meters, retail for $3. And it made me think of flower thread, which was very popular back in the day. Now, it's not the thickness of flower thread. It's still divisible. So you would use 2 strands on the lower counts and 1 strand on the higher counts, just like embroidery floss. But it just gives a different look because it's on the matte cotton instead of the moulin. So I hope you will be tempted to try some of these. Maybe start with a design that doesn't use that many colors, or just a monochromatic, something with a border maybe, so that the variation shows up nicely as you stitch. Anyway, I'm really excited to have these. I couldn't believe it when Jukas told me I was the first shop in the United States to carry them. I'm never the first at anything. I don't even have a website. But I just thought that this matte cotton would be a really good addition to the other 20 or so lines that we carry. Another auto came today, and I thought this would give me the perfect opportunity to publicly answer Joanna M's question that she posted on my last video. So I did answer her individually in the comments, but I thought other stitchers might have the same question if you don't know all of the lingo that a shop owner is using. So when I use the word auto, I'm referring to an automatic shipment of new releases that comes directly from the designer. And there are many reasons why we would want to do this. The first one refers to Stitching with the Housewives, who is one of those designers that does not have a distributor. So if we want to get the charts right away and not have to worry about remembering what's new and how many we're getting, we just sign up for the auto and we get it without even thinking. So the first one this time from them is A Merry Little Christmas, and this was stitched on Rit Dyed Monaco. And then the next 3 are all done on black even weave. So this is Gingham Greetings, and it says 1 and 2, so I think there's going to be more, but you get 2 ornaments here with the popular trucks. This is Rudolph and Mr. Claus from their Sip of the Season series. And the last one is January from the Truckin' Along. So there are other reasons why we would want to order direct. We will probably get them earlier than other shops who are waiting for the distributors to carry them. Sometimes a designer will give us a week to 3 weeks of a head start so that we have, kind of a leg up on our competition, if you will. And so that's incentive to get them earlier. If a designer has a stitch along or a monthly series starting, then if we take a list of names, why would we wait and place it with the distributor, crossing our fingers that they still have that many in stock the day that we place our order? They could have just run out, or they could still be waiting for the shipment. And if we order direct from the designer, we know that we're going to get the amount that we need to satisfy those customers. Then probably the most important reason is that when we order direct from the designer, they make more money because they're not giving a cut of the profit to the distributors. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a distributor. It's so convenient to be able to order multiple things from a distributor. Many of them carry everything from floss to needles, Q-snaps, fabric, fibers, other accessories, scissors. So it's really convenient if we want to throw just 1 or 2 charts on from this designer, we're not ready to place a full order, or if we have customers asking for things that we don't normally carry. It's really convenient. A distributor is also a great way for a semi-retired designer to still be doing business without having to do all the work themselves. But they make more money ordering from them direct, and so when I have a decent order, I like to do that. And then another benefit to us as a shop owner for doing it direct is that they often include an extra chart to offset the cost of the shipping. They might give us free shipping on our autos and anything else that we want to add to it, so that's good incentive. And some of the designers will include a free chart that we are able to Xerox and pass out to our customers. So, hope that gives you a little insight into ordering through automatics. See you tomorrow. Okay, just a few more things to finish up this video. First of all, I wanted to show you our latest model on loan from Marlene Oleniak. I have to admit, she almost didn't even get a choice. She was trying to pick it up from the custom framer yesterday, and I swooped in and asked if we could borrow it for a while because she was just going to store it away until next summer. So this is Freedom by Rovaris, and she stitched it on a beautiful, unidentified opalescent linen that's hand-dyed. Obviously, it's a gray base. I'm not sure what it is. I couldn't match it up to any of our swatch catalogs or in-stock fabric, but I'm sure we could find something close. Don't you love the frame too, with the stars and stripes on it? So the original model could possibly have stitched on one of the Rovaris hand-dyed linens because it looks messier than the vintage country mocha that they often use. So I'm thinking it might be sand or one of their other neutrals, but it looks great both ways. Then the giveaway from last week was the Cricut Collection book, Addie's Angel, and I said I would give the chart and a piece of fabric to do the ornament. And the winner is Patricia Welsh, who said she would stitch it for their 3rd great-granddaughter. So congrats on that. And this week I'm giving away several of these Merry Christmas 2020 collections from Jude Design that were included free with our order. I was so surprised and excited to be able to do this. I opened one up so you could see all of the colors. There are 7 of them on the card, and these are from her regular embroidery floss line, so they retail for $3.25. And I checked her Etsy shop, and they're $22.75 for the set. And since I couldn't match them up to any of the colors that are on our rack right now, I'm pretty sure these are limited edition colors. So that's pretty exciting. And what I want you to do is tell me the last Christmas piece that you finished, or if you're working on a Christmas piece now, give me the details, the designer and the name of the chart, etc. Then, if you want 3 more chances to win, because she included 5 of those, in a future Saturday show and tell on Facebook. So if you're not following me, you better start. I'm going to encourage stitchers to share photos of their finished Christmas pieces, and in doing so, you're giving me permission to share them at a later date. But for every photo that you share of a finished piece, we'll say it's currently available, maybe not something that was from a retreat that was limited edition, something like that. But anyway, for every photo that you share, you'll get an entry into the drawing for one of those packs. So if you don't win this time, you'll have 3 more chances. So stay tuned for that. I think that's all for this week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.